Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel. Today we're going to do a lovely morning yoga practice. So what better way to start the day than with a little bit of yoga? So find some space to move. Let's get started. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it and subscribe to my channel to stay updated because I post videos all the time. All right, you guys, let's get going. Alrighty, you guys, we're going to start in child's pose today. So I want you to bring your knees out nice and wide and your big toes together. We're going to reach our arms above our head, but instead of dropping the forehead, I want you to actually bring your left ear or your left cheek to the mat. And we're just going to take a few breaths here with the left cheek to the mat, and then we'll switch sides. But just starting off our practice today by relaxing through those shoulders and those hips. Starting to feel your breath, so drawing the air in through the nose, maybe out through the mouth. And then we're slowly gonna just lift the head up and bring the right cheek or the right ear down towards the mat. And again, just soften those shoulders and those hips. Find your breath. Awesome job, you guys. Take another full breath here. And then slowly start to lift your head up. And we're going to bring the forehead down towards the mat now. I want you to push into your palms and actually lift your elbows and your forearms off the mat. So as you push into your hands, see if you can send your hips back towards your heels just a little bit more, creating length through the spine and into those arms. Awesome job, you guys. Take another big inhale. Big exhale. And then as you inhale again, start to lift your forehead and your chest up off the mat. Slide your hands in so they're underneath your shoulders. I almost said wrists. And then bring your knees in under the hips. As you inhale, drop your belly and lift the chest and hold it here for a moment. Really arch the back. You can lift the chin. You can lift the gaze maybe to the ceiling or just in front of you. Take another inhale and exhale, rounding through the spine, really pushing into your hands. I want you to pull the shoulder blades apart, drawing your chin to your collarbone. Awesome, you guys. Keep drawing the shoulder blades apart. And with your next inhale, drop the belly again. Lift the heart, the chest. Hold it here. Breathe. One more inhale. And exhale. Starting to round the spine. Really squeeze your belly button in. Awesome work, you guys. Pull those shoulder blades apart. Tuck the chin. And with your next inhale, you can come back to a nice flat back. Awesome, you guys. So we're just going to tuck our toes underneath and lift on up into downward facing dog. So first downward dog of the day. Take your dog for a little walk, bending one knee and even drop the hip as well. Get your hips involved with this. So as you bend the knee, bend that right knee, drop the right hip and switch sides. Just bringing movement into the body, feeling all of those stretches that you're feeling probably almost everywhere because we just woke up, so this should feel really good. Awesome work, you guys. So keep twisting those hips just a little bit. Maybe one more on each side. And then you can start to bring the hips back through center. We're going to move our feet out to the edges of the mat. and start to reach the left hand back for the right leg. So if you can hang on to the outside of that right leg, maybe the calf, maybe the ankle, get a little twist here, shifting your gaze under that right arm maybe. And then with an inhale, you can bring that left hand to the top of the mat again, and then reaching back for the outside of that left leg, getting your little twist option to shift the gaze under the left arm. Remembering to breathe. Awesome, you guys. As you inhale, bring the right hand back to the top of your mat. Walk your feet back in so that they're hip width apart. Take an inhale. Start to shift your weight forward into a plank. Just a plank. So you can find your knees or you can stay on your toes. Just take a moment to bring that bring the wrists under the shoulders. Awesome, you guys. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale, push those hips nice and high. Downward facing dog. Walk your big toes to touch. Inhale, your right foot nice and high. Awesome, you guys. So we're going to keep that right foot into the air just a little longer. If you want to stack the right hip on top of the left one, try and shine your belly button to the right side. Go for it. You can even bend that right leg, the one that's in the air. Just kind of opening up to the side body. Maybe shift the gaze under that right arm again. Breathe. Let's take one more inhale. And as you exhale, drop your right foot next to the left one and inhale your left foot up. Three-legged dog. Option to stack the left hip on top of the right. Bend the knee if you want it. And just try to find that stretch the side body as you send that left foot behind you. Awesome, you guys. Breathe. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale, lower that left foot down next to the right one. Take an inhale as you look between your hands and exhale. Walk or step your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway. Nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Let's do one more. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, folding forward. Plant your hands. Take your left foot and step it all the way to the back of your mat. So we're going to drop our back knee down to start. Sinking your hips forward to the front of the room. Maybe you can get into that hip flexor. Your hands can stay down or you can bring them up to the knee. Awesome, you guys. So feel free to keep that knee down on the mat or maybe start to lift it up if you want to work those legs a little bit this morning. But just start to relax the shoulders, draw the belly button back towards the spine. If your hands are on your knee, just keep them nice and light. It's all about those legs. Awesome, you guys. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale, bring your hands down and that knee, if you lifted it, untuck those back toes and start to send the hips backward. So half splits, bringing length into that front leg. Push the ball of the foot and the toes into the mat. Add as much as a forward fold as you would like. Just feeling this through the back of that front leg as well as the top of that ankle, maybe up into the shin. Awesome, you guys. So as you push the ball of the foot into the mat, just take another breath there, pushing that foot down, and then you can start to flex the foot. So maybe feeling this more through the calf as you pull the toes towards the forehead. Drop the chest as much as feels good. Nice work, you guys. With an inhale, start to bend back into that front knee. We're going to plant our hands and step our front foot back into downward facing dog. So your feet can be hip width apart. As you inhale, shift your weight into your plank. From your knees or your toes, just a few breaths here, starting to wake up the core, the shoulders, deepen the breath. Awesome work, you guys. Let's take one more inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. Use an inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, walk or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Take your right foot, step it all the way to the back of your mat. Drop your knee to start. Sink those hips forwards and down. Keep the hands on the floor if you want. Bring them up to your knee. I want you to feel this hip flexor though. So send those hips forwards, and then if you'd like to lift that back knee off of the mat, go for it. Just find the balance and the breath. Keep the jaw soft, the shoulders soft. Nice job, you guys. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale, lower your hands and your knee, untuck the back toes if they're tucked, and send the hips back into that half split. So push the ball of the foot into the mat, drop your chest as much as feels good. Feeling that through the top of the ankle, hopefully. I sure do. Nice work, you guys. So feel free to flex the foot now, or maybe just relax the foot. Moving that stretch into the calf perhaps. Still lowering the chest towards the leg. Nice work, you guys. So slowly as you inhale, start to bend back into the front knee. Planting your hands, step back, downward facing dog. With an inhale, shift your weight into your plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale there. And exhale, lower your knees all the way down. Untuck those toes, send the hips back towards the heels, and take child's pose. Taking one last big inhale, big exhale. And then you can stay here a little longer. You can start to lift on up and come into a comfy seated position. Just let your eyes close again and bring your hands together at heart center. Awesome practice today, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon. Namaste.